Okay, I'm hoping that this is working. If anything, I really, I have no way to tell. Cool. It's like, can I watch my own channel while I'm live? Is the question. How I should be able to manage my stream. Aha. Okay. I guess I'll just have to do it on mobile. I'm trying to watch it on my TV because that'll make it a lot better. But at least the audio sounds good. Weird. Okay. Well, I should be able to watch it on my TV. I don't understand. This is going to be a process, just so y'all know. But I hope you are all having a great evening. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Marquis. No, you. I'm trying to pull up my stream on my TV. Ah, there I am. Okay, cool. Sweet. And it looks good. I love I love you, Marquis. Oh, this looks sick. Okay, awesome. Well, as you can tell, I'm doing some editing in Lightroom. So in Western New York, there's a big sunflower field. And I took these pictures about a year ago, actually. It was on my birthday, so August 2019. So tells you how far I've been backlog in photo editing. But I figured since I was already planning on doing it, I might as well test out my stream layout. And, I forgot to take my... I can fix that in slobs later. I had like a donation counter for when I was jobless. But that's okay. You look good. Thank you for being here. I'm excited to see my stream layout. It looks really cool. I'm glad that it's working and it's not broken. Although this camera, I'm like, John, hi, yeah, stream. And this is like official kind of stream layout stream. But hi, welcome. I'm just doing some photo editing. I'm a year behind backlogged with some of my pictures, but these are some of the ones I've already gone through and edited, I believe. Why is it not showing up? Hello, friend. You can kind of see on the bottom here. Welcome to the official cutie stream. You're a cutie. Why is it not opening these? Oh, here we go. For some reason, my computer is like really chug-a-lugging along because slobs and then Lightroom. But yeah. I wish that I could have some music playing. Again, I don't really know what I'm doing. This is kind of the first time I ever used Streamlabs on Mac. So, here, I'm gonna make this bigger so at least you can see that a little bit better. But these are some of the ones I've already edited, if it'll kind of go through the pictures. Crunchy stream, just like my knees. Yes. Just like my wrist, too. My wrist is real crunchy. I'm excited. It looks really good. Oh, also, I don't know if it'll let me see it. Probably not, because then it's going to show you everything. But I have 3 new followers. Thank you to the new followers. I'm up to 300 now, guys. Like, this is huge. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you. Hopefully this works and my computer doesn't die. Crunchy twins. I have so many photos that I've already gone through, and I wish I could show you them, but for some reason when I click on them, it won't pull it up. We're off to a great start. And some of the... Oh! You see the bees. Look at the bees. They're so cute. Yeah, I got a lot of ones last year with bees on them. This is all my own photography. I use a Canon T6i for my shots. And I'm monitoring my stream both on my phone and my TV. So far so good. I'm excited for this. Lots of bees, lots of bees, lots of sunflowers. These are ones that I've already edited. And I figured the last time I was doing this, it was funny because I was actually watching Barry do his art stream. And it was cool because it was like I was kind of editing, he was editing his stuff. But I was like, you know what? I've seen San do photography streams, release the bees. And it looked really cool. And I originally wasn't planning on being on camera today. But then it just kind of happened. So oh, hi, L'Oreal. I'm sitting in her usual spot, so she's like, what are you doing? This one is cool. I like this one a lot. It's kind of backlit a little bit. Oh yeah, this one came out really nice too. I liked that. Lots of different sunflowers. Try to get some unique and different shots. There's just so many, and everywhere you turn, there's another kind of sunflower. It's like, oh, that looks cool, that looks cool. I tried to take some selfies with my giant-ass DSLR camera. That proved to be pretty difficult, but I liked how this came out. Especially I had to try to, like, focus the like, I ended up doing automatic focus when I was doing my selfies. Normally I shoot in manual, and that was really tough, but I liked how that came out. Let's see. This one I saved, but for some reason I almost want to edit it again because I feel like the color temperature's off, but maybe gotta turn up my computer brightness. Yeah, I feel like the color temperature is like slightly off. It needs to be a little bit, no. This is kind of where we get a little bit into like the color theory. So like to me, maybe not. Maybe it is balanced. I don't know. Like comparing, these are so saturated, and for some reason when I went to this, it just looked a little too like blue tinted. Can you edit me into a lovable person? You are a lovable person, Marquis, just the way you are. I'm like, I feel like a lot of times artists don't know when to leave well enough alone. Yeah, I'll leave it. It's fine. But yes, these are some of the ones I've done already. This one was cool. It was another selfie, if it'll pull up. But I really love the way that it captured my eyes. Like, it was really cool. And then you could see the reflection of me holding the camera in my eye, so I kind of, like, cropped it so you could only see my eye. It's not a lie. It's true, Marquis. But why won't it let me show you? But thank you for being here, guys. This is kind of like an experimental art stream for me right now. My laptop is having a great old time. I'm like, did things freeze? I think it froze. Show me the sexy eye. I'm trying. I think I froze, though. We still see and hear you. Weird. Okay, it's all frozen on my end. Thank you. Yeah, it stream completely froze for me, which is so weird. Okay. At least it's working for you guys. That's all that matters. I'm just gonna try to refresh on my end. Too much cute. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Don't chat, be good. Don't say anything while I'm trying to refresh. Why is it? Okay. Alright, cool. And like, now that I'm looking at my stream layout too, it looks good. I'm glad that chat's working. Like, for the longest, I was trying to make it work on just OBS Studio, and it was like a hot mess. So, no, this is great. Stream can't handle it. Apparently not. And again, I'm just trying to scroll through these photos to show you what they look like enlarged, but it won't let me. Let me see. Oh, I have so many things open. Yeah, maybe this will be easier. Yeah, these are the edited ones, but there's got to be a better way. There we go. I can show you kind of already what I've done. You're cute, Marquis. Oh, yeah. Like, my makeup is a little patchy, and, like, I probably could just, like, Photoshop that out, but I'm like, I don't care. But I loved this, because you can see my eye color, and then you see my arm holding the camera, and you, like, see the sunflowers and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just thought that was super cool. Thought it was really awesome. And normally, I'm not one to really like myself. But this one, I was like, that's pretty, it came out pretty good. And, like, there's some ones that I'm like, all right, I don't look too bad. But, yeah. Lots of sunflowers. I haven't made it out to the sunflower field yet this year, although my friend Kat wants to take me on a shoot there. So hopefully I can get back. I look a lot different than I did last year. My hair's a lot longer. I'm gonna get another haircut tomorrow, actually, and my hair's gonna look even more different. So, photography, man. I didn't know eyes could reflect like that. You're neat, John. You're cute. All of you. Yeah, I love the way that this came out, like the texture on it. I don't know, at least for me, like I love doing nature photography. I love doing like macro photography when things are like really really zoomed in, like when you can see the details and stuff like that. Almost like when it becomes a little abstract. Like if I wanted it to be a little more abstract, then maybe it could be something like this, where it's like you could probably still tell that it's a sunflower, but it's like really on the macro level and like you see the detail. Like that's the kind of stuff that I'm into, like when I'm shooting. I tend to do like a lot of nature photography and landscape photography and stuff. You want to go? Yeah, I don't know if Ohio has sunflower fields, but we have a few different ones that are really cool, and it draws a lot of people, which is why I'm glad I got a chance to go last year because, you know, Rona and such. But yeah, I'm happy with the way that these turned out. And I'm sorry that I've been a little absent, guys. Like, I know it's been about a week since I've streamed, and even still, it's like I've been kind of MIA. Had a lot of personal stuff going on. Yeah, the details just came out so great. And then you see little bee in the back. But thank you guys for being here and being with me and being patient. Did I do that twice? Yeah, it's the same one. But this one is different. And this one it's the same flower. I just took in different ways, portrait and landscape mode. Stop apologizing for living your life. It's not, I wish I could say that I was living, like truly living, because I feel like if I'm being completely honest, now we're getting into real talk. This is more like, so Chords does his campfire, which is cool because people can hop in the Discord and just like, it's like a chat around the campfire, and I want to do something similar, and I had the idea before, but that just kind of solidified it for me. I want to do something like Coffee Talk, where it's a little bit more of a just chatting stream, and yeah, I was thinking about doing Coffee Talk and updating you guys. Marquis, yeah, I wanted to kind of give everyone an update because just so much has been going on, and I've been MIA, and it's not necessarily because I wanted to, and it's not because I'm out there living my life. Actually, like, things have been really rough, so I wish I was just out there living. That'd be great. I know, I'm trying to stop too. Normally, and I've gotten better about like apologizing for things I don't need to apologize for, but yeah, instead I try to be grateful. Like if, say I'm running late, instead of saying like, oh my gosh, sorry, I was running late, I try to say like, thank you for your patience, or thank you for waiting for me, because then it just is a lot better than saying sorry when you don't need to. I apologize for existing. You don't need to. Like, at all. So, at least for right now, a lot of it is just me showing you the photos I've already edited. Like, look at this cute little bee. It came out so good. He's so fuzzy. He's so good. But even if it's rough, you're still dealing with it. That means not streaming for a bit, in a better headspace to stream. Yeah, I'm just glad that this is working and it hasn't broken yet, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, apparently I have somewhat of an idea if this is up and working, and you guys can hear me and see me, which is the important part, and you can see what I'm working on, which is cool. Like, look at this pair of bees. They're so good, and like they're so detailed too. Like, I'm just glad that these all came out so well and they're in focus and they look good. They're like composed well. But yeah, the more that I look at these, the more I'm happy it turned out. See, this is the kind of macro photography I'm talking about. I don't have a macro lens. I need to get one. But like, you can see like how detailed the sunflower is. Like, I don't know. That's the kind of stuff that I'm into, at least. Hi, Cyber. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm here, and I'm with you guys. So therefore, I'm good. Lots of sunflowers and lots of bees. I'm going back and doing some old photo edits, but these are the ones that I worked on the last time off stream, and I still had more to edit, so I figured I might as well edit and stream, and you guys can kind of see my photography process a little bit. I'm broken, stream's not. Oh my gosh. I just caught that. This one was different too, because I saw these people coming down the path, and a lot of my stuff was strictly surrounded by the sunflowers. I didn't have any people shots other than selfies I tried to take with my DSLR camera. And I saw them coming down the way, and I just wanted to change like the depth of focus. So at first you see the sunflower in the foreground, and then you see them in the background, and then here I changed the focus. So the depth of focus, like this is out of focus, and then they are the center of the photograph, so therefore it's like kind of drawing your eye into the photo. That's kind of what would make a better composition. Not that this isn't, because like your eye is just drawn immediately to this flower. And at least when I try to take pictures, especially if they're landscape, I mean portrait too, but I try to follow the rule of thirds. And at least what that is, it's like if you consider your canvas or your camera is broken up into three quadrants, so vertically and then horizontally. So then it's like your flower is right here, right on that like third line. I wish I could put up a grid so you guys can see what I'm talking about, but you get the gist. And I'm glad that you're doing good, Cyber. Thank you for being here and hanging out. This one is cool. It's just really vibrant. I love like the colors and like the contrast, and you can see the sky and the clouds in the background. All right, so those are the ones that I did last time. And now you're gonna see slobs. Here we go. Like, where did I leave off? I'm like, where was I? I think if it'll cooperate and I can actually see my photos here. I still have a lot of ones I haven't even touched. I don't like either of these. Many cute Liz pics. It was really tough because obviously it's a lot easier to take a selfie with your cell phone, but this was like a big chunky DSLR camera with like the big lens on it, and it was really tough to try to hold it properly and be able to take a selfie and make sure that it was in focus. Like it was a challenge. But I don't really like how all of them came out, so I'm just gonna... My brows were on fleek that day, though. It was my birthday, so I wanted to look good, and a lot of people go to the sunflower field, and, like, they'll go with a photographer, and, like, the pictures look so good, but I was by myself, because I couldn't get anyone to go with me, so story of my life. So I just went, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take pictures of myself. How long have I been doing photography? I've been doing it for years now. I would say, I don't know, I studied it more like when I got into college, for sure. Like I did a travel photography class, and that was amazing. Like we were able to go to Italy for spring semester we studied, and then for spring break we went to Italy, and that was the travel photography portion of the class. It was amazing. So I would say recreationally for, over 5 years at least, and then like semi-professionally, like, in that time, too. Yeah, not a lot of people pay me to do pictures, but I wish more people did, because I really enjoy it. Rona got me bored. Schedules trip to New York to see Liz for her birthday. Don't mind me. That would be so fun. I wish that you could. Where the hell did I leave off? I think this might have been one of the last ones that I did. But why, Lightroom, are you not working, my friend? It's like, I just want to see the pictures, please. It's like my laptop is on my lap, as you might imagine, and it's like the fan is running really loudly. It's really hot. It's really thinking about what it's doing because it's running stream. Cam! Oh my gosh! A cutie has appeared. What? I'm like, oh, that's such a cute emote that Rena did. How are you? It's so good to see you. Glad that you're here. I wish that Lightroom was working. Come on. I'm just like trying to pull my pictures up. I already went through the show of all the ones I've already edited. So, and it's weird. Am good. I'm glad. I'm monitoring stream on my phone and then my TV too, but the one on my TV is behind, and at least, you know what? I can just look at chat on my phone. That'll be easier. Maybe I just need to quit Lightroom for a second. Whoa. Oh, got the spinning wheel of death. That's always good. Okay. Oh yeah, that's my waifu background. My weeb background. Alright, let's try opening Lightroom again, see. I want to draw cute stuff like that Rena mote. Yeah, I know. Rena's really good. There are so many amazing people in the community, so... no, I don't want to take this survey right now. Do I have to? Fine. Okay, boom. Leave me alone. Let me edit my pictures. Spunky, give me your old drawing tablet. Oh, that's awesome. I was thinking about getting a drawing tablet. I think I already have this one. I was like, what is the name of this picture? Yeah, we saw this one edited already. This one looks like it's edited. This one is not. Okay, so I think this is where I left off, because you could see, like, this one is a lot more vibrant than this one is. Still kind of desaturated. Like, still, like, a lot of colors, but kind of desaturated. I'm like... I don't even know if I like this picture, because it's not bad, but I feel like it's not that great either. And I say that because, like, your eye kind of doesn't know where to look. Like, these would probably be your focal point right here. I feel like it's just not composed that great. Like, it could be better. For my birth, I mean, like, that would be a very generous birthday present. I would... like, do you have an extra drawing tablet for some reason, Marquis? This one's not bad. But I feel like there were better ones. Yeah. My eyes came out super cool. I don't know why. I kind of like that. That one's okay. But sure, we'll edit this one. So at least what I like to... Hi, kitty. Are you gonna say hi? She's just gonna lay next to me instead. And you're not gonna be able to see her. Hi. Okay, bye. When I edit my pictures, I like them to be really contrasty. So at least, like, I'll bump this up. And so you'll see the number here. I try to make it either, like, pretty even. So it's, like, 20, 25, 30, whatever. And that's how I bump it up or decrease it incrementally. I never do, like, a 22 or something like that, because, I don't know, I like it to be even. No, don't buy me a tablet. What are you doing? Oh, that's, like, really contrasty. That kind of, like, so if I were to do the slider all the way, like, that's, like, way too much. But I don't know. I kind of like that. I think it's exposed well, so I don't really need to mess with that. Um, Highlights usually, because it was a really sunny day, I like can bring that all the way down, because like if I were to jack that up, like that just really washes things out. So it was really sunny, I can bring that down. Shadows, I can maybe bump up like a tiny bit. What does the whites bring down? That also kind of helps bring out the sunflowers in the back a little bit, I think. So I'm going to bump that down to 75. And let's see. Normally, yeah, to make this contrasty, so similar thing, it's like you want your blacks to be really black, so normally you go into the negative tones with the blacks, and then when it comes to your white, you'll bump that up to make it a really contrasty image. But again, because it was sunny, like I kind of bring the highlight down, I bring the white down because it was already kind of overblown. But yeah, I'm kind of liking how this is turning out so far. Especially, like, I tried to do my makeup that day. My nose is a little red. I could probably try to, like, tint this out a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's better. So if I'm bringing my tint more towards the green, then it's kind of getting rid of that, like, redness in my face. And it's not really affecting the rest of my skin tone too much. Like, it is. Like, I don't want to go too far because, obviously, it makes it really green. But just a little touch to help bring out my face. And I can always do that a little bit more in a mask too, which I probably will, in fact. So I'll do that to the whole image, and then I can go back again with a brush and kind of brush out the skin a little bit. What was I doing? And then saturation's cool to play around with. Like, if you want to be really punchy, which I don't necessarily, you could, like, bump up the saturation or, like, desaturate it. Ooh. I actually don't mind that. I'm, like, looking at desaturated, and I actually kind of like that. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it, but I want to go back. Tom! Hi! Hello! HD cutie. Yeah, this is kind of my first time using slobs, so this is all new territory for me. Doing a little bit of photo editing. I like this desaturated. I'm going to keep doing that. So I'm going to decrease the size. Whoa, that's increasing the size of my brush. On God. Wait, Tom, did you raid me? Did I miss this? I'm so sorry. Like, did I get a raid, or is just... am I missing things? I'm like, all of a sudden I have a lot more viewers than I did before. But if I did, thank you. It's hard to tell. No, our Liz. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so I'm going to... Nope, just here. Well, thank you all for being here. All you lovely cuties. I'm going to, yeah, bring this tint a little bit more to the green side to kind of get rid of the redness in my face. A little bit. Because even though I seem to have, like, fairly good skin, I do have, like, some redness, especially in my nose area, that I can kind of get rid of a little bit. I don't want to completely go in there and Photoshop myself, because as much as I like to give myself shit and, like, I'm all about self-deprecating humor, I really do like myself. So I could, like, go in there if I wanted to and, like, fix my makeup and, like, get rid of the, like, my acne or whatever, but I'm like, I'll just even out the tone a little bit, and I think that's good. Now let's see if I bring that down a little bit. Yeah, cool. Alright. Yeah, I really like that desaturated. Ooh! That's not what I meant to do. Alright, so I'm going to save this. And as I've been saving them, I've been adding my watermark to them. Export. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, that came out really nice. I like it. I'm not always one to say that about selfies, but I like it. Settings. I want to move my watermark over to the other side. Boop-a-doo. Hi, Stitch. How are you? Good to see you. Sweet. All of the other ones I've been doing are been like super punchy, super contrasty, super saturated because the sunflower field just offered really awesome colors, especially you get like the difference with like the yellow sunflowers and the bright blue sunny sky. But yeah, this is the first one I've kind of done desaturated and I really like it. I like how it turned out. Sometimes you just gotta play around with it and see what looks good. But yeah, like look at the difference. Bees! It's a bee. And then there's a bee. Whoa. Oh, that's really zoomed in. And there's a bee. And then something like that. Totally just changes the way the image looks, obviously. But this one is it is overexposed. I don't know if when things are too overexposed, a lot of times you can't really save it because there is just the light that's coming into your camera kind of overrides that data that might be in the photograph itself. So like it just blinds the camera basically. So when things are too overexposed, a lot of times like you can't really save them. On the other side, if things are too underexposed, a lot of times you can save it in post because the data will be there within the camera and you can just bump up the exposure. Like it might turn out grainy if you do that. Most of the times it will, but there are certain filters and things usually within Photoshop and Lightroom that you can get rid of the grain. Or a lot of times like things like Premiere or After Effects, like you could buy as like a widget or like an add-on plug-in, I meant to say, that will remove grain, which is really great. You are Marquis. Consumed by competitive Pokemon. I didn't know that was a thing. But that's all. Oh, see, like, so I bring down the exposure and then it just brought that sky right out. So it's like now my sunflowers are like a little underexposed. But again, because it was a really sunny day and I was kind of pointing my camera up, it captured a lot of the light in the sky. And so it was really hard to expose for things. But maybe, yeah, I can bring down the exposure and I can continue to work with it with like the brushes and stuff to kind of make things pop a little bit. Photosynthesis. Oh, I hope that work doesn't kill you, Tom. So, yeah, normally again, like I would probably punch the contrast up, but because like, see, if I bring that contrast down, then it's like all of a sudden my flowers in the front are coming to the foreground a little bit better. So, no, I'm not gonna mess with that. So I bring, I don't want to bring that down too much. So I'll probably bring that down to 35. Won't help work being poopy. Probably, Marquis, yeah, if you need sleep, then sleep. Ooh. So I'm going to bring the shadows up there. Now you can see the details start to pop in the flowers, which is cool. I'm going to bring the white down. Yeah, because if I were to jack that up, it just, well, actually I lied. I'm going to bring that up and bring this down. Normally, so like, again, I try to, if you were to work with the curves, then you can see, like if I bring the whites up to 25, I try to bring the black down to 25 so it like evens out. It's, every picture is different, but at least that's kind of my personal rule of thumb. Like you guys being here in my stream is better than everything else in my shitty life right now, so just throwing that out there. I'm really thankful for you guys being here. I want to probably bump up the ooh, maybe not. I don't know. I keep second guessing myself. The saturation might be good, but I want to try to play around with the brush a little bit and see if I can bring some of this, help with this expose. See, now if I do that, then it just like makes the background look like it's smoky, which like that looks like poop. So I'm not going to do that. But maybe I can bring up the exposure a little bit on the flowers just to make them pop a little more. And this is kind of fun because it's literally just like coloring. I can make my brush a little bigger. This would be easier if I had a tablet for sure. So now my sunflowers will be a little bit better exposed. Yeah. And now we're cooking with gas. Now it's not bad. Oh, thanks, Cyber. You guys are awesome. Yeah. I like that. Whoa! That's my face. Okay. I don't want to like keep messing with it because I feel like if I keep touching it, I'm just going to get it to a place where I don't like it. So I'm going to export it. And I like the watermark where it is. No, I'm going to move it back to the other side because this guy is kind of the focus right here, and I want the watermark out of the way. Oh, Lightroom's thinking about it, doesn't know. Kong! Oh my god. You're incredibly cute. Tier 3? Thank you for the tier 3 sub for 7 months. You heckin' cutie. Oh my god. The cutest cutie is here. Oh my god, hi. The queen cutie is here. It's true. Welcome. I'm doing some photo editing and testing out my slobs. Although your sub did it. Gifted subs. Oh my god. It doesn't seem like. Oh, my alerts are working. Are they? This is awesome. Yeah. Yes. Oh my god. Thank you, Kong, to the gifted subs to Olaf, Nintenplay, Spencer Pod, Zeke Cooper, Starry Summers, Aqua Topaz, Variably Geeky, Tria, Gamer Knives, TNT. Couldn't type because of. Why couldn't you type? But no. Oh my god, you're the heckin' best. I just have no words. I love you so much. Someone say slobs. I'm here. Hi, Farco. Oh, we have so many cuties in chat right now. This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is so fun. I hope that the sounds are working. Hi, Chen. Yes. Kong is queen. It is known. So many great people in here right now. I'm excited. But yes, first slob stream. I'm doing some photo editing just to kind of test out my stream layout, make sure things are working. I like this one a lot. The other ones are like, okay, I don't really like this one as much, and they're very similar, so any duplicates I'm gonna get rid of that I don't like. That one's okay, but I don't like you. Oh, I duplicated it, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, I did. It's fine. And this one's kind of cool because, like, the sunflower is more in focus. This, again, like, this was difficult trying to take a selfie with a DSLR, and I'm used to shooting on manual, so I was trying to pre-focus before, like, turning it around on myself. It was tough, like, because I don't like shooting in automatic. Automatic is not usually for real photographers. Throwing a little bit of shade. I don't like that one. It's crazy to see how short my hair was, like, because I had the undercut, so it was, like, all shaved on the side and, like, all really short, and it's, like, all grown out now. And totally different. This was from pretty much exactly a year ago. No one complimenting Kong anymore. How'd that happen? Oh. Did you get rid of chat? What did you do? I was like, why is chat gone? You just delete everything? All the Kong Are you though? Are you though? It's so good to see you. I miss you a lot. Even if it... These ones aren't bad. It was something different. If I'm picking between the two, I like the composition in this one better. So I'm gonna delete that guy. You can't silence the truth. Yeah, see, I see chat is still up. Can't, if you're on mobile, it's gone. But, okay. So now, yeah, I'll keep both of those because they are kind of different. I'm like, if I do say so myself, the shot looks pretty damn good. Like, it's exposed well. Like, the colors are really popping. Like, oh, did you do it again, Kong? Kong! Come on! What are you doing? So I'm gonna make it a little contrasty. I feel like when it's more contrasty, it's a lot more moody, which I kind of like. Why did you do it again? God, stop it. Cease. Okay, I'm gonna bring the highlight down because I was like, what does that really... Oh yeah, it just makes the sky like really... So I'm gonna bring the highlight all the way down. Like, and honestly, like if you're kind of dabbling in photo editing or no matter what, it's like you can like push it just to see what happens and then kind of go from there. Like just take it to the extreme. Yeah, because then if I bring the shadows down, then you can see a little bit more of like the shadow root, where that makes me look a lot more blonde. Oh, but that, like, that makes my eyes pop though. Like, what do I do? I could do nothing. That's always an option. Kung is a cutie. What? I see notifications of like all. A fight between the mods. What are you... Guys, get it together. Okay. Zaid, thank you for the raid. Thank you so much. How are you doing? How was your stream? And you worried I'd abuse my power. You did abuse your power sometimes. Nothing... I can see it happening. Oh my gosh. A cutie raid. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of cuteness that is in my chat right now. I'm gonna leave the shadows where they are. Yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna touch... I really like the way that this photo came out. However, like, do I bring up saturation at all? I don't think it needs it. I really don't. I'm like, I really didn't have to change much about this. I wanna kind of go in there and... Whoa! Oh, hello. I want to bring up not so much the exposure, but I just want to bring up these shadows, because when I brought that up for the whole picture, you could see that my eye like really popped. Kind of want to just bring that up a little bit. So that... Yeah, I like the way that turned out. Sometimes you don't really need to edit your pictures. When that happens, it's really awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Zaid, you're awesome. Thank you. I hope your stream went well, and I hope you are all doing well. Thank you for being here. It's weird having to, like, look at chat, and then I have my whole stream pulled up, and stream is obviously behind. But... And there is a way I should be able to... I could be wrong. So I can copy the effects that I had, and I really didn't change much. Like, I just made it a little more contrasty. I brought down the highlights because you could see the sky behind me that way. That was the only thing it really changed. So I didn't change much, but I can paste the settings that I just had right onto this picture. And that way it makes it a whole lot easier, so I don't have to go and like do all of my sliders again. But I can do it just to like play around with it and show you what would happen. I feel like this one, you could definitely see the sun was kind of getting to me a little bit. My face looks a lot redder, and well, you can see more of it, so that's also part of the issue. But yeah, let's see what we can do here. Just to, again, I like the colors, I like the saturation, I feel like the exposure is good. I kind of want to go in there with the brush and whoa, oh my god, cooperate please, oh my god, fine. Go in there with the tinter, and I'm gonna make it a little bit more on the green side so that way it'll kind of even out my skin tone a little bit. Because again, I'm not here to do any major facial reconstruction or like photoshopping. I like my face, but it's a little red. She's a little red, so we're gonna try to color correct that a little bit. And that seems to be like really subtle. I mean, it's doing a little bit, but I can probably bring that down even more because my face is really red. I'm like, is that, you can, yeah, if I pull the slider down all the way, you can kind of see that it makes the color look a little off. So like that improved it a little bit, I think. Like not drastically, but so it's not like ridiculously red. Yeah. I want to like compare it. I mean, that one obviously I'm in focus more. So like my skin tone doesn't look like it's totally off. Okay, we're gonna export you. But how's everyone doing? I hope you are having a lovely Tuesday night. I know I certainly am because you are all here. So thank you. Yeah, I gotta take the, do you guys want to boot my nose? Please don't. Don't boot my nose. Alright. Moving on to this guy. I feel like this one is, yeah, like I said, this is quite different. Oh, you can even see there are some people walking through. Quite different from the ones that I've done before. I think I want to... Oh, okay. So if I bring up the contrast, the flowers pop more, but then the sky is like too much. I'm gonna make this... If I make it less contrasty, you can see the flowers more, so I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, and I can bump... Oh, that makes it a lot better. Yeah, so I can bump up the shadows. I'm going to... There we go. Make it more contrasty. And see, like, even just by bumping up the shadows, it kind of makes those flowers in the foreground pop a lot more. And if I bring the white down, it kind of brings out a little bit more of the clouds. I'm going to bring that to 80. And then I can bring this down too, I think, because it kind of makes the color a little more saturated, kind of makes it pop a little more on the contrasty side, which I tend to like in my photography at least. Now if we bump up the saturation just a little, it makes those colors pop. Because this was already a little bit different exposed photograph. Like a lot of the picture was the sky and it was hard to see those flowers, and like just the way that I had shot it, like it was difficult to keep both things exposed properly. So by bumping up the saturation, then you kind of get to see like the real vividness of the flowers and then the sky. But I think I'm going to still go back with a brush and try to bring down the sky a little bit, because you can see the clouds, but I'm thinking if I just mess with those settings a little bit, then you'll be able to see a lot more of the detail. So I'm gonna make the brush like real big. Let's see, bring down the exposure a touch. And bring down the contrast too. Let's see what this does. Yeah, now you're seeing a lot more of the details in the clouds. You're seeing like the color come out a little bit more in the sky, which is cool. My brain never stops. I feel that too, Fargo. My brain also never stops. Yeah. So now you're getting nice detail in the sky, and you can see the flowers. And it's so crazy because, like, a lot of times if you take a picture just in your camera, you can tell when it's a good picture, but sometimes you might take it and it's like, I don't know how that turned out, but then you can go back and edit it, and then it actually turns out to be a lot better than you thought it was. Kind of get in there. Yeah. My love will never stop for you either. All of you are such heckin' cuties. What do you think? I like it. I like the way that this turned out. And again, it's like I don't want to touch it too much because then I feel like I'm just going to keep messing with it and then make it into something I don't really like. Export. I'm like, I know my way around Lightroom. You're not a goblin, Marquis. But just for the record, like, because I can't tell on my end, like, I wonder if the alerts would play if I was wearing headphones. But were my alert sounds working? No. No. Now you guys are just fighting. Marquis is cutie. Thank you, Zaid. Oh, they were not. Oh, boo. I don't know why. Like, they were, and then all of a sudden, they were not. So that's good to know. Thank you. Where do I want my watermark to be? I think I want to put it back on the other side. Or should I put it all the way up here? Yeah, let's do that. I don't necessarily need to watermark all my pictures, but I figure it's good to get in the habit just so people don't steal my photography. Because it's my channel. And because I said so. It's true. How is your sister's Portal stream going? I hope that she's enjoying it. Okay. I'm like, I don't know if I like this picture. I'm like, this one's okay. I feel like I like that one a little bit better. This one's kind of meh. She beat it. Oh, that's fun. I liked Portal 2. That one was really good. Let's just mess around with this and see what happens. Whoa. No. Again, I might go back there with the brush and kind of like... I was like, de-expose? Fix the exposure on the sky a little bit. Hasn't gotten to the fun bits yet. If I bring down... Okay. Yeah, if I start like messing with it too much, then it's like, then the sky just looks like it's smoky, and that's not what obviously the sky is supposed to look like. Chen, thank you. Marquis is cutie. I don't know if I'm feeling this picture. I'm just kind of like messing with it to see what it does, but I feel like I've taken some better ones. And this ain't it. Gonna bump up the saturation a little bit. The making it a little more saturated, I feel like makes it a little bit better. Stay away from the summoner! You're a cutie, Cyber. Thank you, Chen. Oh, and I've completely forgot to do that. That was a whole step I was ignoring. A lot of pictures, what I had been doing, like, let's see if we go back to this one. Adding, oh no. Yeah. I'm probably honestly gonna go back and resave all these pictures. Adding just a little bit of a vignette, I feel like, ooh, makes it look so much better. Yeah. I like it. So obviously, like I tend to do where it's like a little bit more shadowy. Obviously, you saw I could go the other way and do that kind of a vignette, but that, like, I'm sure stylistically that has its own benefit, but yeah, I like doing vignettes on it, depending on the picture, but especially with my portrait, I like that. I'm gonna resave this. And that was a step I was completely forgetting in all of the other pictures, so yeah. Oh. I'm like, why is the watermark all the way up there? Yeah, I have no idea how long I'm gonna keep stream. Like, I didn't necessarily plan on streaming tonight. It just kind of happened, so. Will it let me overwrite it? It just let me save it. Okay. I guess however long it takes me to edit the rest of the pictures. Let's just see. I kind of like it without the vignette, but let's just see what it looks like with it. I mean, even just like a little tiny hint of a vignette. Oh, why'd you do that? I'm glad I did too. Thank you. Yeah, maybe just my portraits. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that just gives it like a little extra something. Adding that in there. I love chill stream. Are you oopsing the fact that you did caps? I do that all the time. Oh, I was like, where's my watermark? That's because the watermark is still there. You just can't see it because it's offset all the way off the screen. If you stream infrequently enough and don't have a Discord, every stream is a surprise stream. Well, especially like my last one, I didn't really announce it. I've just been in such a meh mood lately. Well, meh is not even like, doesn't begin to cover how I've been feeling lately, I feel like. I also feel like I have a little bit too much headroom. I hope that that fixes it. I will see it in a second when stream catches up. I'm gonna export this guy again. And then add a vignette on this guy. Yeah, I just like that. I think it looks so much better. Yeah, even the stream, like I said earlier, I wasn't exactly planning on being on camera. It just kind of worked out that way. So. Aww. I feel it though. I feel it, Marquis. Yeah, I like this. I'll leave that alone. I feel like if I'm on the fence about it, I'm not really sure how I feel about it, I'm just gonna get rid of it. Same, but also for Unko. This one is cool. I'm like, but is it in focus, though? It might be slightly out of focus, which I like it. But also, if it's not... Yeah. The whole thing is like a little bit fuzzy, which is a shame, because I really liked how this picture came out. Thank you, Cyber. This one's okay, I guess. I don't know. I feel like when I see a really good picture, I'm like, ooh, that's it. Like, ooh, like that one came out so well. These other ones are kind of like, okay. Like this one's not bad. I think I like it portrait better than I do landscape, though. If I'm being honest. The most ancient of Barry stream lore. Doesn't Barry normally stream on Tuesdays? I've been so out of touch with a lot of things lately, so I have no idea. I haven't watched anybody's stream in a hot minute. Bump up that contrast. He supports me now that loser Julian left. What happened with Julian? Bring the highlights down. Bring the shadows up a little bit. Now if I... Yeah, we're gonna bring that down. That's right. Yeah, I kind of like caught the tail end of his stream yesterday because someone said like, oh, you should, oh, because he was playing Fall Guys. And they're like, oh, you should, that was you, Fargo, wasn't it? It's like, oh, you should watch Barry's stream. And I caught like the last 15 minutes of it. I didn't realize that his, yeah, like he had to end early because his AC was broken. I didn't get the full story though, so I didn't understand what was happening. Bump up this, maybe just a touch. Maybe I will just go a tiny little bit. Let's see what that, oh yes. Boom. Yeah, see now I like the picture a lot better now that I've edited it. And now you can even see some like different colors in the clouds. Like it almost looks a little like pinky, which is cool. That's funny, Fargo. I like it. Alright, cool. Nice. Although it's kind of covering up this really nice flower right here. So I will again probably move it. Oh. You have a pun list? I'm not surprised, but you have a pun list? That's awesome. Okay. Ooh, like I love how this turned out, especially like you get the nice depth of field. Like you can tell I definitely changed my lenses here, because here I was probably using my wide angle lens, and then this one I changed lenses for to the telephoto lens, because this is so nice in focus, and you get that nice depth of field in the back where everything else is blurred out. Like, hi Nikki, how are you? I love how this turned out. Like, I would get this in like a canvas form and hang this on my wall. Like, I'm that proud of this picture. Like, I love it. Bump up that contrast and it looks awesome. Now if I bring the highlights down, brings out a little bit more of the sky. Now let's see. Yeah, if we bring up the highlights a little bit, it makes the flower pop just a little more. Bring up. So yeah, I'm gonna bring up the white, deepen the black. So try to keep it even. And like, look at how poppy that looks now. Wallpaper worthy picture. If you want it as a wallpaper, Cyber, I can put it in Discord. Yeah, you're right though. It really is. I love how this came out. I don't even think I need to mess with the saturation. Like, the saturation on it is like fantastic. Nikki, thank you. Marquis is cutie. Oh, yes. And then the vignette makes the color pop even more. And it's like subtle. Like you can't necessarily see that there's a vignette around it, but it just makes it pop even more. Yeah, beautiful. Love it. Yeah, I can put that in Discord later if someone does want to use it as a wallpaper background. Totally. Marcuti of winning. See, this one like looks okay, but I can assure you when I start messing with it and like making the colors pop, it'll probably look even better. So we're gonna bump that contrast up. Bring it up to 40. Liz picks. Or maybe like the art gallery, and that way it can be more than just like my photography. If people have their own art that they want to share in there, we can certainly do that. I like that. Bringing down the highlights doesn't really do much, honestly, because like the sky, as you can see, is like way overexposed. Like I was trying to get the flowers exposed correctly, and it was just difficult with such a sunny day. Bring up the shadows a touch. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna bring that all the way down. Eliza picks. Yeah, this one is tough. And see, now even you can see like around the edge of the flowers, like it's the exposure was off in this picture. Like it's not bad, but I don't know. Maybe if I were to like we'll still mess around with it. Like maybe if I crop it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like the exposure is off. That's how I feel about it. Hi, Greg. How are you? I hope you're well. I'm just gonna, yeah. This flower was super cool, as you can tell. This was a really unique sunflower that I found, and it's got a bee on it. Little buzzy boy. I made this. I was trying to get the buzzy boy. This one's meh. I took a lot because I was like trying to get this bee. Hi, Paula. I think out of the two, I don't know. It's so hard to tell, especially when they're so similar. Like camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Just got off work early since it was slow. 60 cents. Oh, God, that's awful. I'm sorry. I think I like the second picture a little bit better than the first one. And again, this was cool because you're able to see and get that nice depth of focus. Get this in the foreground. You can see the bee very well. This one, you can still see the bee, but the bee was kind of in motion, the flower is kind of in motion, so it's like slightly blurry. And I think this one was composed a little bit better. Like this is closer to like the rule of thirds, so I like the exposure on this one a little better. Or the composition, I should say, on this one better. So now we'll work on our picture. Been here for 5 to 10 minutes. Have you been lurking or were you chatting and I just missed it? Because that's a real possibility. And I'm sorry. I'm glad you're here. Bump up that contrast. Boop. Oh, and like the colors are just popping so well. Yeah, I don't really need to bring up that highlight any, which is nice. Yeah, and if I bring up the shadows just a little bit, you can see like even like the inside of the flower just popping really well. I miss them. Yeah, I believe it. So bring up the white, crush the black. like selectively. I didn't miss them selectively. It's tough. I'm reading chat off of my Twitch mobile on my phone. I'm editing pictures on my laptop full screen, and then I'm watching slobs and making sure it's okay on my TV. So my eye's in a lot of different places at the moment. So if I miss chat, please feel free to yell at me. Oh, yeah. Maybe, like, not that dramatic. But you see, like, how much that makes a difference? Like, if I just... And, like, it's really subtle. But, like, that just... Yeah, I feel like that makes it so much better. That's a little too much, though. So if I kept going, obviously, that makes it very obvious. I like it to be where it's, like, subtle, where it just adds a little something to it. That came out so nice. I like that a lot. Happy little accidents. You're fine, Nikki. Nice. I'm happy with that. That looks like such a proud little flower. It's just like got its head. Like flowers have a head, but it's like facing up towards the sky. Like it looks so happy. It looks so proud. I know. I was thinking like Bob Ross too. I like this a lot. I just want to see something, so I'm going to copy my editing effects on this and see if I paste it onto this one, because it's a completely different picture, but I'm going to paste the effects and see how it turns out. It actually doesn't look that bad. I feel like, yeah. More like it's genitalia. You're gorgeous. If anything, I might bring up the shadows just a little bit, or maybe I can just go in there with a brush. Bring up the shadows a little bit. Decrease the size of this brush. Yeah, and just bring out that detail right there. Maybe a little bit on this guy, because that one's a really dark one in the back. Like, just like the centers of the flowers, I really kind of want to focus and bring up that detail a little bit. Bring up those shadows. Make it pop. Nice. And like you can see even like the way that the light is like hitting the flower. Like I really liked how this turned out too. Now I also, will it let me do a different brush? Yeah, it should. Okay. I want to see if maybe I can, so the highlight should already be turned down, but I want to see if I bring the exposure down a step or so. Like what will happen if I do the sky back here? Nothing really. Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Export. A brief lesson in botany. It's I'll tell you when you're older. That's how they make more flowers. Don't eat plants, they're gross. Then what do you eat? And again, this one was really similar. I was just trying to get like a different composition, and then the flowers, the flowers were moving a little bit. But I like the first one, I think, versus the second one. I feel like the first one's a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And it's, oh, and you can see a bee too. That's always my favorite. Happy little bee. He's a good boy. Happy little accident. Happy little bee. Oh. Oh, I got this one a lot. Oh, I see. Okay, so this one doesn't have the bee. This one does. And this one also, oh, that's a duplicate. Meat and cheese and bread. It's probably female, actually. Yeah, you're probably right. So what do you think? B or no B? I like B. I think I do like this one better out of the two. It's crazy, like, when you take pictures or you create anything and then you kind of have to go, when in the editing process, obviously some things are going to be left on the cutting room floor, but it's like you have to really Marie Kondo your stuff. It's like, which one do I like better? To B or not to be? That is the question. You like jazz? I do like jazz. I don't know, guys. Help me decide. Which one do you like better? One or two? I'm like, can I create a poll? Probably, but I don't know if I can do it on mobile. Probably no need. There's 16, 15 people. What do you think? One or two? Liz is very cultured. Marie Kondo my horde. Just burn the house down. I want to abstain. They're both so good, but for different reasons. See, I feel like this one is composed better. I like this shot better. I like this better for other reasons because it has a bee. But there are so many other pictures that I have that have bees on them. Too much pressure. This one isn't like composed badly. It's just, yeah. Marquis is cutie. It's true. Marquis is really cute. Marquis is cutie. Thank you, Nikki. Again, Marquis is cutie. Marquis is cutie. Yes, but tell me more. Alright, fine. I'll just go with the one I keep thinking is better composed. Goodbye, B. No, B is better composition for sure, but B has B. You make a really strong argument, Zaid. It's true. Oh, there's a poll. Yeah, before I delete. To B? Oh. Thank you, whoever created the poll. So far it looks like we have more votes for B. So this one or this one. This one or this one. To B or not to be. Still have some time to vote in the poll. Gonna even it out. It's pretty close. It's about half and half who want B and who want not to be. Well. Four for B, 3 for not to be. To B. Okay. You guys want the B? You'll get the B. 'Twas me. Thank you, Marquis. Alright. Alright, B it is. So bring up that contrast and see if I take the highlight, now it's making the sky pop out a little bit more. Must have been chords. I was like, but chords is streaming, so no, definitely not chords. Bring up the shadows a touch, because it makes the center of the flower pop really nicely. Oh yeah, if I bring down that white, then it makes the sky pop even more. You are a good mod. Thank you, Marquis. That hasn't stopped Sargoto. I guess that's true. You're right. And I'm gonna bring that down to... not too much. Whoop. Hand slipped. Just a little bit. And I like that too, because it's like, you can kind of tell... Look at the little bee. The sunflower's kind of being backlit a little bit, which like makes it look cool. I'll still probably go in there with the brush and like bring out the center of the sunflower a little bit more. It doesn't really even need it that much, but bring up that saturation. I just want to see. Ooh. I kind of like it desaturated too. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, ho, ho. Do that vignette. Saturation. Yeah, I do like it a little desaturated. I do. Alright, so now we're going to go here with the brush, and we're going to bring up the shadows. There we go. Just so you can see the sunflower a little better. Nice. Cool. vignette a tiny bit more. I like it. I haven't made any of them black and white. I don't know if any of it... Let's do one just for shits and giggles, black and white. I just want to see something. And I think I know which one I might want to try black and white. Ooh. By the way, yes, Marquis is cutie. Thanks, Nikki. Just thinking about it. Here we go. I feel like this one could look really cool black and white just because like it's such a different looking sunflower. There's a lot of detail you can see. So I'm gonna duplicate you. Go on the second one. Now if I doesn't look as cool as I thought it might, but I just want to try it and see what it looked like. Ooh, but maybe if I like cropped it? I kind of like that. So if I did like a really tight crop, that might look kind of cool. You're cutie. Okay. So this is the first time you guys saw me crop something. So what I'm going to do to keep the same aspect ratio, this is what I was talking about with the rule of thirds. So you can see my composition right here. For a rule of thirds, like for something to be composed pretty well, and like even if you don't know what you're doing in photography, like usually your eye will know, and you'll know when something looks good. So normally when something looks good or is composed well, it's going to be on one of these main lines here. And so this flower is like lined up right here on this line, which makes it a good composition. Thank you, Vagenta. I actually really needed a drink, so thank you. Appreciate you. I've been doing a lot of talking, so yeah, thank you. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, it ain't bad in black and white. But I'm holding down shift so I can get the same aspect ratio. So if I do like a really tight crop. Let's just see what this moody flower. Very moody flower. And again, when I was cropping, I was holding down shift so it wouldn't go all wonky. Yeah, that looks cool. I kind of like that because then you like see the flower, you see the detail, and then you can see the bee. I'm probably going to bring up the exposure a tiny bit. Yeah. Yeah, and here you can kind of mess with the contrast a little bit more because like you don't have like the color to like you're really just kind of painting with light here in this instance because all the color is removed. So now, and like that's a lot of what photography is. It's like really painting with light and creating something with light. Oh no. But yeah, that's such a moody flower. Like, look at the difference. So this was the original, well, the edited original image, and then this edit. I like it. Oh, heck, it's a Vagenta. Maybe bring up the shadows like a little bit more. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Now I wonder, because the vignette, what, oh ho ho. Nice. Okay. I'm happy with that. That looks cool. Tinkerbell vibes? Who said that? Spooky! Oh my gosh, hi! Thank you for the raid! Oh my gosh. Hello. Thank you. How was your stream? What were you playing? Were you doing art too? I can't remember. But thank you for being here and thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. I'm Liz. Doing something really different. Oh, this time. I've never really done an art stream before, and this is my first time testing out my new stream layout on Slobs. So this was all kind of a big experiment, so welcome. I'm glad that you're here, doing some photo editing of a sunflower field that I visited last year, because I'm that far behind on my photo edits. So, welcome. I'm happy to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Did I dye my hair? No, not necessarily. I've been doing it purple. It's just been growing out because of, Rona stuff. I'm actually getting it cut tomorrow, not colored. But the brown is my natural color, and like where it's lighter, I just keep up with overtone and I keep putting purple into it. It was blonde for my Spider-Gwen cosplay, but I keep adding purple. Thank you. Whoomst. You're great. You're great, Spooky. Yeah. So to recap, like these are some of where did I start today? I started here. No. I started here ish. These were some of the pictures that I've edited so far. Bees. The big buzzy boys. They're so cute. Whoa. You're great. You. Hello, Alex. Yeah, I'm here. So things are good, and they're good because I'm here and because you're here, so I'm glad. Zinthros, thank you. Marquise, cutie. You're great. These are just some of the ones that I've done already. I really liked this one, how my eyes popped in that. You're heckin' great, Spooky. But yeah, these sunflowers are so nice, and like I said earlier, I was glad I got the chance to see them last year before Rona, and I was able to take my camera out too. So this one is the same picture. I just did a re-edit of this, made it really moody, and you see the buzzy boy. Because I hadn't done any black and white ones. They've all been so vivid and in color. I just wanted to see, I was like, what would happen if I did one in black and white? And I liked how that turned out. And that's kind of where we left off. There's a whole bunch of other ones that I did before. So many pictures of sunflowers. So many. Everyone in chat, no, you're great. It's true. This one, I did it with like desaturated, but it almost, I don't know, all the other ones are so poppy that it almost looks like it's a mistake. Eating sunflowers, I mean, the seeds are really good. You can roast them. This one is like okay. I don't really like the composition of this picture, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Ooh, another buzzy boy. Oh yeah, this one I was the flowers, they were kind of blowing around in the wind. This one's overexposed, so I can get rid of this one. Feel like I like this one the best out of the three. Yeah. Sunflowers always give me 70s folk baby vibes, yeah. Right? The other two aren't bad, but I feel like I like the first one the best. And then these two are like pretty much the same. Again, I kind of like the first one better. Oh, there's more. But wait, there's more. Oh, it's the same. Oh, I duplicated it. That's why. Not delete. You're my sunflower. All of chat is my sunflower. My little sunflower children. Alright, let's go back to this guy. So I'm going to bump up this contrast, make it look a little punchy, which is like my usual comfort zone. I will tend to make things really contrasty and really colorful. But as you can see, I've kind of dabbled in like different saturation levels, or even gone completely black and white with some of them, and by some I mean one. So if I even just like mess with the slider and just see what it does, It's like it was very sunny, and like that was kind of hard to control the exposure, so I'm going to bring the highlight all the way down because I don't really need it. Yeah, and I'm going to bring up the shadows just a little bit because even that change kind of makes that center of the sunflower pop a lot more. I'm Radiant Heat. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I already messed with that slider. Don't want to. There we go. Nikki's just singing right now. I love it. And again, we're going to bring down this a little bit. Normally with the curves and stuff, like the whites you would normally bring up, blacks you would normally bring down. But every picture is different, so you just kind of have to look at it and see what looks best. So I'm going to bring that down. And I'm going to bring this down too. Normally that makes, again, it kind of goes in line with the contrast. It makes it look a little bit more punchy that way. Beatboxes in the background. And I don't necessarily need to mess with the vibrance or the saturation. Like, it's a very well saturated photo. I don't necessarily, because if I were to bring this up, that looks like artificial. Like, you know, if I bring it up too much. But then, ooh, that could be kind of pretty. Like, I kind of like that. So, ooh. Wow, that looks so bright. But then if I take out the, I kind of like that, like the little bit of that faded look. Yeah, I really do. Give it a little bit of a vignette. Nice. Probably could go even a little. Again, I like to do it, but just enough so it's not overtly noticeable. Yeah, that's cool. My watermark is in a good spot, and I'm satisfied with that picture. And honestly, like, these are so similar. The nice thing about Lightroom, I mean, you can do it in Photoshop too, but if I were to edit this picture, I can literally copy and paste the effects onto this next one because it seems very similar. Although, I'm like, this picture is, like, alright. It's just 2 sunflowers. Like, it's fine. Like, I feel like the composition of it, it's like okay. So I honestly will probably just get rid of this picture because it's like okay. I don't necessarily want to waste my time editing it if it's okay. Ooh, another buzzy boy, and there's 2. There's 2 on there. And this sunflower was like really cool looking. It's always tough when I take multiples and then I have to try to figure out which one looks good. Okay, we'll get to that. We'll do this one first. Wheels and a vibraphone. Where we vibing, boys? Oh, what are you doing, Marquis? What is this? Oh, it's the weekend. Let's vibe. I can't play it because I don't want my stream to get claimed. I don't even need to bring up the contrast that much because, like, this was a very, if I do say so myself, this was a really well shot image. Nice exposure. I really like the way that this turned out. So I'm going to bring the highlight down just a little bit. Shadows up just a little bit. Whoop. Yeah, I wish I could play it. Again, I just don't want to get claimed. Yeah, bring that up a little bit. Bring this down. Whoop. And sometimes, like, I don't even necessarily look at the picture. Like, I'll just go by the numbers, and then I'll take a look at the picture later, and then I'm like, that turned out very well. Flag the stream for being too heckin' cute. It's because of all of you in here. Yeah, that's, like, way too punchy. But then again, it's like if I were to... I kind of just like it the way it is. I don't necessarily need to mess with the saturation on that. I will give it a little bit of a vignette, however. Nice. Simple. Boom. Done. And now that picture's edited. I don't even know how many pictures I have left. I'm like, we're just gonna keep going until I'm done. I have no idea when that is. How many I got left. Alright. It's like, so, oh, there's my watermark. I'm like, I know it exists, but like, where'd it go? Never. You're saying like I'm never done with my stream? So do I do mostly nature photography? I do a lot of it. It definitely is my preferred one because I don't like people. No. No, I just like, I find a lot of beauty in nature. And it's almost like, it's very therapeutic for me. And a lot of times, like, I like bringing my camera out there. Like, it brings out my creativity. I think I've definitely done people shoots before. Like, I've done engagement shoots. I've done a wedding before. And that can be really fun too. But obviously, it's like if I'm just doing something for fun, it's easy just to get up and take my camera out. But, yeah, so I hope that answers your question. Yes, I do a lot of nature photography, but I'm not exclusively a nature photographer. Just, yeah, I feel like if I had more opportunities to shoot people, I would. These ones are very similar, and obviously very similar to this one. I think out of all of them, I like this guy the best, so I'm just going to get rid of these horizontal, these landscape ones. Yeah. Bring up that contrast. And again, the process is like really similar to a lot of them. Space photography, that is cool. Yeah, and I have a friend of mine, he's super talented and gifted. He's what is called a light painter. So he does a lot of his photography at night where he'll have like really long exposures on his camera. He'll just like leave the aperture open and he takes like tubes and, you know, all kinds of light effects and like paint like while the camera is still exposed, which is really cool. He's gotten so many amazing pictures. Like, I don't do that kind of photography, but like if you are not familiar with light painting, you should definitely check it out. It's super cool. But yeah, I do a lot of nature because nature is fun, and especially now, like with Rona going on, it's like I don't want to be around people, so I'll just take my camera out and be in nature somewhere. It's very therapeutic. But yeah, I don't even know what kind of equipment you would need for, like, space photography. Probably a telescope, which I don't have. Nature is fun. Definitely is. Yeah, and it looks really poppy. Like, I don't necessarily even need to mess with the saturation there. It's a kitten. Boom. And at least the way I'm exporting my photos, so doesn't give you a whole ton of options in Lightroom of like how to, like what file type to export in. But I always do the full size, and that way it's like if I need to resize later I can, but I don't want to lose any information in my photo as I'm exporting it. Kit 10, she's been around. Did you know I love you and you're heckin' beautiful? No, you, Nikki. Absolutely you. This is fun. I'm glad that I did this, especially if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, because I was just kind of sitting on my computer doing this before. I'm like, hey, you know what would be cool if I just sit on my computer and do this and talk to people while I'm doing it. So thank you guys for being here. And if Spooky is still here, thank you for the raid again. And for Zaid, too. No, you. Nikki, beautiful face reveal when? These two photos are really similar. I'm like, which one do I like better? I feel like I like this one better. I feel like this one's composed a little bit nicer. Although it's like it seemed like the focus changed. So in this one, this seems to be the star of the photograph. You can kind of see like your eye is kind of drawn into the picture and you see this one, and this is true too. But this seems to be a little bit more out of focus in the background, and then these seem to be where the focus is. So this one I think is composed a little bit better and visually is a little bit more interesting. It gives your eye more to look at. So it's like your eye is still drawn in to the picture and you see this is like on the thirds line right here, but then like this is more in focus. So gonna delete this picture. Your best boy, man. I almost said your best girl, but I'm like, I can't do words right now. Thank you. I can't do compliments either, as you can tell, so thanks. Okay. Yeah, and if I bring that highlight down, then it just makes the sky come out a little bit more. Now if I... I'll actually bring that down, I think, a little bit. Yeah, and then that just makes the background a little more contrasty, and in general, so I'll bring that down too. Yeah, I think that looks cool. No, you guys. I don't really want to mess with saturation because I like it. Oh. Boom, done. Sometimes it doesn't have to be super hard to go through and edit these. It can be tedious though sometimes, for sure. Best boy man. I'm sad that my chat alerts, like the sounds aren't working. Like it's popping up, but the sounds are not going with it. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what I can do to figure that out, but hopefully I can. Because I got some really fun alert sounds for it. No, you, John, you're the best. And I hope you're doing better from last week when we talked. I know things have been kind of tough. And earlier, because we were talking about nature photography, I also like really tend to like macro photography where things are very fine focus, like very zoomed in kind of stuff, and you can like really see the details. Like even this, it's like a little bit more abstract. Like if I were to crop it like this, it's like you can tell it's still a sunflower, but it's just like really fine detail. Like I think that is super fun and cool. I actually probably will do an alternate and just crop it like that. Whoa. Duplicate. Actually, I'll duplicate the edited one. Doesn't matter. I can just copy the effects. Anyway. Industrial equipment sounds? Yes, that's exactly what my chat alert sounded like. Just industrial equipment sounds. Yeah. I'm like, even still, I feel like my webcam has a little bit too much headroom. But I don't want to mess with it too much. So bring the exposure down. You're super fun and cool. Bring this up. Wow. Like just looking at the colors that are popping. Yeah, and so I bring down the exposure and then you can even see like a lot of the background too, which is cool. Bring the highlight down. Oh yeah, and then that just pops even more. I don't know. Ooh. Yeah, I can bring up the shadows a little bit. Bring this up a touch. Bring this down. I will snuggle fight you. It's like, what is a snuggle fight exactly? I just want to mess with, it's like, so if I mess with texture, like, what does that do? Oh! Whoa. That could make it look really cool. Like, I don't want to necessarily push it too far, but yeah, that's kind of cool. I think I might leave that. So what does clarity do? It just makes it really... Especially if I'm going for more of like that macro kind of look, I may make it look really textured. A really intense snuggle. I don't want that to be too much of a vignette. That looks so sick. That looks really cool. Alright, so I'm going to copy those effects. Yeah, and like look at the difference between the two. It's like, this wasn't necessarily a bad picture, but you can tell it was like a little bit overexposed, like a little too bright, and then like with a little bit of light editing, like you get that. It's crazy. I mean, you know what, now that I'm looking at the two, I may bring down the contrast a little bit. So bring that down. Sometimes it's good to see that too, like when you're staring at something, you may think it looks good, and then you go back later, it's like, ooh, doesn't look as good as I thought. Maybe bring this down a smidge. So like what again was that do? Now I'm just overthinking it. Alright. Copy this. And this one I'm going to try the crop on though. So let's export this boy first since I'm done with this one. Cool. And then we're going to try cropping this one. I was doing this one more like in the top corner though. So again, I'm holding down shift and I'm just dragging. So this is cool too because again, it gives you the grid. You can see the rule of thirds here. And like even this, it's like you have, it's almost like the perfect number, the golden ratio. Like you see like the circle in this part and then like this is hit, like it's hitting it all the wrong, or at all the right parts, rather not the wrong ones. And it's like just really well composed. Yeah, that looks really cool. I like that a lot. What's going on, John? Not doing better, really. I've been going hard on helping mom and dad, but today was very meh. I'm so sorry. I'm really glad that you're here, though. And I'm sorry that things have gotten better. I hope you feel better, too. Oh, yeah, Nikki? Yeah, like, man, I'm just so happy with how that turned out. Finger guns. Yes. I'm like looking at my hair on my camera. I'm like my hair needs a little help. I feel like I'm like shiny too. Okay, how much more do we have? This one looks cool. I'm like I've been so far there's so many. Oh, okay. Those are other ones that I imported into Lightroom. So we're not that far off, I feel like. Magnificent. Thanks. Oh, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for being here and for following Spooky and being a part of that raid. That means a lot to me. Yeah, I feel like I like the first photo the best because you kind of get a little bit that light flare coming in. That's really well composed. Yeah. Delete these two. This one's okay. Like, you get your flowers. Like, the sky is definitely way too exposed. Oh, honestly, I may crop it. So then you just see this boy. Maybe. Oh. Meh. I've been looking at so many pictures of sunflowers now. I'm like, I don't even know what looks good. This one's kind of cool. This one's got like a little bit more exposure. That one's kind of neat. I'm just trying to go through and maybe get rid of ones we don't necessarily need. Oh, this is the same one, except this one's a little overexposed. And this one's out of focus, so we can just delete this one. I'm trying to get my GDQ in too. Got that in the background. Well, again, thank you for... I feel honored. Thank you for having me be one of your streams. This one's alright. Like, it's okay. Like, you have your flower here. Like, you have the other ones. Like, I think this probably would have looked better if it had a little bit more depth of focus, where, like, this was in the foreground more and, like, this was a little bit more blurred out. So I mean, it's not a bad photo. It's just kind of meh. It doesn't make you look at it and go, like, wow, like, that looks really cool. Just, again, kind of, like, meh about this one. I have a really similar one earlier that we already kind of edited. So I will delete this guy. And this is just getting back in some of my old photos. So these are other ones I took too at last year's garden walk in July. Had some bubbly boys in the koi fish pond that were fun. Some of these came out really well too. I really enjoyed. Like this picture I really liked. Anyway, back to the sunflowers. Where are we at? We were at this one. Fishu. Yeah, this one turned out nice. Just a teeny tiny bit. Bring this down all the way. Like, I really don't need to... I don't need to do a whole lot to this picture. Like, this... rarely happens, but, like, where you don't really have to do anything to it. Oh, yeah. And then I bring that vignette out, and you can see more of the background, too. I just want to see something. Yeah, so that's probably as far as I want to take it. Honestly, I didn't really have to do much to this picture. I'm already done. I'm super happy. Nice. Yeah, that's right. I was going to crop this one. I'm like, this picture is very meh. Let's see what happens if I crop it. Whoa, oh. Just like flipped the orientation of that picture there. So if yeah, let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I kind of like that better than both of the sunflowers in there, honestly. And sometimes too, it's like, yeah, you could take a picture and then it looks kind of meh, but then you just crop it in a unique way and it turns out to be a totally different picture. What do I normally do? Digging this. Thank you. Hey, Marquis. So what I had done for my money-making job, I was actually a journalist. So I worked for our local NBC station, which was pretty cool, but it also kind of sucked my soul, like, a lot. So I got out of news at the end of June, and until then, or after that point, I should say, I was trying to find something that was a little bit more creative. Obviously, you could tell I like doing creative things. I like doing photography. I also do a fooshy. Yeah, I do streaming stuff. So yeah, I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with, like, my career job, and that's actually part of the personal life job news that I hadn't necessarily told anybody yet, but I may have like a career job on the horizon very soon. I've just been doing odd jobs in between to keep the lights on. Like I've been, working at a Panera and doing DoorDash and stuff, but yes, so I was doing like multimedia. I was a multimedia producer was my former title. So I did a lot of writing. I did some work with videography, but I've done all sorts of different creative stuff, including streaming. I used to have a podcast at one point. Like I really enjoy photography, as you can see. So I've done a lot of different stuff. What about stream stuff? You're rad. Yeah, so my stream, and also I have a YouTube channel, like vlog situation, where I try new things for the first time. So that's kind of my shtick on my YouTube and my Twitch. Twitch especially, like trying new games for the first time. So yeah, I'm a variety streamer. I usually don't stick to one thing for too long, although I do have a couple of my favorites, of course. Like I always end up going back to Overwatch or Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game series, so I'll play a lot of that too. I do have a YouTube channel. I do. Yeah, I was like, it should be on my stream layout, but yes, I have a vlog where I have, it's not a ton of videos on there yet of my Liz tries, but I have some on there. I plan to do more. I plan to do like a whole vlog on like Liz tries streaming on my YouTube channel. So it's going to be more of like a retrospective, talking about my past year of streaming. And I have some behind the scenes videos and stuff too for my vlog. So I'm also working on that. There's a lot of different stuff I'm working on. So Marquis, what is your proposal? Thank you for asking that, Wagnificent. That's such a fun name, by the way. I felt like I sounded like Tina Belcher for a second. I'm just like, Untitled Goose Game is getting couch co-op. Wanna play? Oh my god, is it? That would be awesome. A marriage proposal? Oh. That would be amazing. Yes, totally. I mean, not yet. You're too kind if there is such a thing. Good to have wholesomeness. I'm glad you think so. And I'm glad that you're here. It means a lot to me that you are all here today. Ooh. See, I like the way this picture looks now. I did not like it before, but I like it now. Liz is wholesome and a cutie. Oh yeah, also, one of the other jobs that I had gotten in the meantime to just pay the bills and figure out what I'm doing, I got hired at a local game cafe. So it's like a comic book shop / tabletop gaming / coffee shop. And it's really awesome. And it's like, if I wanted to, like, I could cosplay at work. Like, it's amazing. Although because of COVID times, like, they're kind of shut down and they can't really do in-person game nights and things like that and tournaments like they used to. And so I've only had like one shift with them, but that shop is really cool. It's called Iron Buffalo. A lot of fun. Yeah, I'm excited about that one, but we'll see. Like, my career situation's a little bit up in the air, but I was just excited to shake things up. It was like I wasn't happy for a very long time. Like, I wanted to do things that were more creative, and unfortunately I just felt like I was really put into a box in my old job, and it was comfortable, and like I was really good at my job, but I was not happy. So especially the stress of everything and like coronavirus and the protests that were going on, like that's a lot of heavy stuff, especially a lot of heavy stuff to constantly cover every single day in the news. And it just wore down on me, and more so than it had ever before. Like, it was wearing down on me for a very long time, but then all that stuff on top of each other just, it was too much. So I'm a lot happier now. And a lot happier being able to have time to edit pictures and things like that and just do more creative things, hang out with you guys. So you are the best and most beautiful, Nikki. Cosplay as Marquis. Be a cutie. I actually do know what real life Marquis looks like, but I wouldn't be able to do him justice if I were to cosplay as him. I don't think that would be a good idea. Not because Marquis isn't great, it's just reasons. So oh yeah, so if I bring the exposure down, you can see the sky kind of coming out a little bit, but I'm gonna undo that. No, you. Uncle face reveal when? Yeah. How would I make a better you, Marquis? You are the best you. It was, and I think even some of these pictures that I showed you from my garden walk, when I took these last year, I remember it was a weekend that I was working at the news station. I had a little bit of downtime, and so I had my laptop on me and I was editing these pictures. And one of my coworkers came by and she was like, "Oh my God, Liz, like, I didn't even know you could do this. Like, what a wonderful hidden talent." And like, she meant it as a compliment, but I almost took it as a slight because it was like, I knew I had this talent. Like, for so many people, it was like this hidden talent. They didn't know I could do this. It's like, I knew I could do this. And it was like, yeah, like I can be a good photographer and I do a lot of other things. Like, I can be a photographer. I'm a writer. Like, I am a videographer. Like, I'm more than just what meets the eye. And I felt like that just needed to get out and it wasn't getting out. Like, looking at these two pictures, I feel like this one's better, honestly, even though I already started editing this one. Marquis is cutie. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah. So it's like I wanted to stop having it be my hidden talent and have it actually like be my talent, you know, have it be something that people recognize me for and be like, "Oh yeah, she's like a photographer." Because I am. It ain't no hidden talent, like I know I can do it. It ain't hidden to me. Last year was not a great year. Yeah. Wait, you can draw? Oh my gosh. Well, even it was flattering, but when I was still working for the news station, because my role was more behind the scenes, but there were a few things where I tried to do some on-air pieces, and not only did I try, like I did some on-air pieces, and like I shot them myself, I edited them myself, like I did some on-camera stand-ups in them too. And there were a lot of coworkers of mine who were veterans in the business for a long time, and they saw my stuff and they're like, "This is really good. Like, did you shoot this?" And I was like, "Yeah, like all of this work, it was me." But like they were like shooketh. They're like, "You did this?" I was like, "Yeah. Like, I'm not just someone who sits at a desk all day. Like, I can do a lot." So, yeah. Benefit of the doubt. I made this. Words matter. Maybe. Yeah, like, and oh my gosh, like woman, my friend who said this, like, she definitely didn't mean it in any sort of way. I think it just struck me a certain way. Like, it wasn't anything she meant, but it was like, what she said, like, really hit me a certain way, and I was like, I don't want this to just be a hidden talent. I feel like people underestimate me because I can tend to be pretty quiet in real life, surprisingly, because I know I was literally talking this entire stream. But I think in real life I can be kind of quiet and unassuming, so people just don't assume a lot, and, you know, it's hard to break out of that and be like, no, there's more than meets the eye there. Yeah. Bring that down. I will. You're the same way, Cyber? I'm glad that I'm not alone in that. Even when I was doing my podcasting stuff, it was hilarious because one of my coworkers, someone who I didn't necessarily like very much, but she was like, especially at that time, I was definitely a lot more reserved. But in my podcast, obviously, you have to talk a lot. I was co-hosting, so there was a good chemistry between myself and my former co-host. And when my coworkers listened to my podcast, a lot of them did, but this one made a remark and she was like, "Oh my God, Liz, you talk?" And in my head, I was like, "Yeah, I talk to people, just people I like, aka not you." I was like, Yeah, like wow, like who knew that like I actually talk and I have a voice and I have thoughts and feelings and opinions. Like wow. I can be quiet, but give me talking and I will not stop. Like clearly, like you put me in certain situations or, you know, I'm in a performance environment almost and I can talk. I rarely talk. I don't like to talk unless it's to a certain person about certain things. Yeah, I feel like in an internet sense, it makes it easier to talk as well and bring that out. This one's not bad. I think I'm going to mess with the... Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Gotta mess around with the brush a little bit and like bring down the exposure in the sky a little bit because it's definitely overexposed here, but let's see what we can do. Probably not much, again, because it's like if something's overexposed, it's hard to kind of, like, you can't, like, the camera is just blinded, so you can't really get any of that data back, unfortunately. Now, yeah, now it just looks like poop. I'm not gonna, yeah. I wonder if it'll, yeah, no. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I can't believe that you talk. I was at the job I got laid off of, and after 120 days, my probation period ended. Week after, my boss asked me why my attitude changed, and I stopped saying hi in the hallways, and all I could think was, my job doesn't depend on being your friend anymore. Yes. Oh my god, you talk? Oh my god, Marquine, welcome back. Yes, I do talk. Oh my god. Like, who knew that Liz could talk and have thoughts and feelings and, like, opinions and stuff? Like, I thought she just sat there at her desk. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't really miss that place, like, at all. Like, at all. Like, some of the people I miss. I think that was probably one of the hardest things about walking away from that job. That voice. Who is this? I don't know. I swear I'm sober. I'm just tired. Oh. We're gonna put this way in the sky. Oh, you can still see the watermark a little bit. Who knew Liz is a cutie? Please put Liz back on, thanks. Sorry, did that freak you out? I'm like, man, why is this water so tasty? Like, this is, like, scrumptious. I'm like, oh, because I'm probably dehydrated. I'm like... When water starts tasting good, that's when you know it's like you need to have more. I'm like, I don't know. Like, at first I'm like, I don't know about this picture. But then, like, there's something... I don't know why. This leaf, to me, looks really cool. Liz, you can do Valley Girl voice. I need to hear. Or can I do a Valley Girl voice? I mean, I kind of already was doing it. I think I knew I wouldn't be staying at that job because I connected with no one, almost relieved to get laid off. Yeah, like if I would have gotten laid off from my job, that's how I would have felt too. Paula, I was only told that she tries streaming. This feels like a bait and switch. Like, this is me trying. Like, this is the first time that my stream layout is up, and I've been using Streamlabs, and it hasn't crashed and burned in my face. Although I'm looking... Whoop. Hang on, I gotta fix something. Because I'm looking at myself, and I feel like I'm really shiny. But maybe that's just... Oh, God. I'm just breaking everything. Police, help. Hi, yes, it's me. It's the police. I'm back. I just needed to, like, adjust. Oh, God. Okay. That's why Control Z is a lifesaver. You mess up and you can quickly undo it. I was glad I got fired from my job last year. I hated it. I was so depressed. I'm sorry, John. Liz is the only person in the community to hear my voice. It's true. Liz tries and succeeds at streaming. Oh, thanks, Nikki. Got next dips. Yeah, Marquis has a lovely voice. bring that up just a tiny bit. Bring that down. I don't want to do too much of a vignette here. It's funny that Twitch hasn't added anything for the prefix of games, like you're playing art. Yes, I'm playing at art. But I cry. Well, this is actually one of those ones where I can actually do like the light vignette, and it would make sense here because the other side of this side of the picture is so overexposed that I can do, like, obviously this is like very exaggerated, but I can kind of echo that on the other side, and this, it wouldn't look out of place. The other ones I've been doing all the dark vignette, but this one I actually think I will go the other way and do the light shift vignette. And let's see, I want to, it's probably not going to help, honestly, but we're going to see something here. Just if I, yeah, this is like not going to do anything. Like, that just makes it look like poop. Okay. Is my name John? I don't know anymore. No, I'm talking about, I know him in real life. So, Parause 1358. He's a friend. I know him as John, so that's why I call him by his name. The wall behind you bothers me immensely. I'm sorry. I didn't make it. It's my apartment. It's where I live. So people love it or hate it. I mean, it has texture. It has some interesting things going on. Obviously, you can see a little bit of my library. I have my different fandoms on here. Like, I have Avatar. I have Kingdom Hearts. More Disney Kingdom Hearts. I have Harry Potter down there. Like, I just have some other stuff going on. Stuck fucko. Oh, that's funny. I'm like, where the hell do I even put my watermark here? That's fine. Yeah, I'm like, wait, do I have a popcorn ceiling? No. But I've got like these weird ceiling tiles where it almost feels like I'm in a school or something. They aren't even buttered popcorn ceilings. What the hell? I feel like I've been cheated. That's so funny. This one's okay. Like, I feel like I have so many other pictures, like, that are better. Like, this is kind of cool. Like, even though it's, like, way overexposed. Like, I don't know. I'm over it. Rewatch the Paku episode, and yes, Katara break tradition. Oh my god, I love that one. This one too. This one's overexposed. But let's just see. Like, we'll play with it and see what happen. Bring the highlight. Ooh, okay. All right, we getting somewhere. We're gonna bring that all the way down. Okay, now we see a little bit more of the sky coming out, and like that's kind of cool. Oh, okay. I'm like, this maybe isn't as bad of a picture as I thought it was. All right. Now we going. I'm like, I don't hate this picture now. I should be sleeping, but I can't. Marquis, if you need sleep, you need to go to sleep. I honestly will probably be ending stream soon anyway, because I also need to sleep. I need to work in the morning. And I didn't necessarily plan on doing a super duper long stream. Like, I didn't even know if this was gonna work, to be honest. I'm glad that it did. I'm really glad. Let's see. We're gonna move this watermark over on this side. Boom. Water. Water! Thank you. I know you're like saying the elements, but like I actually needed some water. I just got like, I have my windows open. I just like randomly got a cool breeze. I'm like, where did that come from? Water! Air. Alright, This will be my last picture, guys. And then we'll be done. These were the ingredients selected to create the perfect little girls. Oh, wrong one. Lee? Wrong fire cartoon. That up a little bit. I'll go back and fix it in a little bit. We're gonna bump up the saturation a touch. Boom. Now you can see the sky really popping, which is really fun. Peck. No, you guys. With our powers combined. You guys are cute. Thundercats. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Alright, we are gonna bring up the exposure a touch and the shadows a little touch on this guy. Just a little bit. Nice. I like it. No, Nikki, you. No, I got the reference, Paula. I think I got it. You're not old, I'm sure. Could be yelling that in real life chat, but you play in. Captain Planet, yeah, exactly. And that's the last sunflower picture. I want to go back and like look at all the ones that I edited, so I guess I don't really need to do anything else in Lightroom. Oh, why you gotta bring me back here? Oh, now, okay. Oh. Wow. Why? Why did you do this? Oh, no. I'm like... Now my computer is getting... I'm like, where's all my stuff? Liz and I will be old soon. Can I elect you to be my best friend, Council? I feel so honored, Marquis. Look at all these windows. Yeah, I know, right? What does this do? Oh! Okay. Oh, here we go. Come on. Fingers work. Okay. Waifu desktop wallpaper, I know. It's the waifu. Okay, let's, Whoa, my goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, so... That, I'm like, are those all of the pictures? For some reason I feel like I had more, but okay. These are out of order, I feel like. Maybe... like... Sorry, I gotta... clean up by name. Did I just edit them backwards? I must have. Okay. That's fine. So now we'll get to see all the pictures that I've edited so far. Do a little recap. Of all the pretty sunflowers and the bees. This is cool. That looks really artsy. And I like it a lot. What did I miss, guys? I'm sorry. Liz, can I elect you to... Don't talk about it. I will gladly be a part of your best friend council if you want me to be there. There's a higher one. Look at all... Yeah, I thought I... What did I miss? That was what you said, right? Oh, there's a higher honor to bestow? I think I understand now. Sorry. Anyway. Oh, that one's cool. Even though I took these pictures, I literally spent all this time editing them. I'm like going through, I'm like, this is cool. I made this. It's so like weird like looking at all these very saturated photos and then to see some that are not, but I kind of like it. We've been found out. Oh, I like the one with the bee. I'm glad you guys picked this one. That one's cool. I'm like slamming on my keyboard. I don't necessarily need to do that. You're not too old to run. Like that came out so cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the watermark moved. I was like, why do I have... Because I added the vignette. The vignette looks a lot better. Oh! Okay. Okay. We'll get to that. But now you can see the difference, like how much the vignette makes a difference. And the watermark moved again. Oh, that bothers me. Okay. Save the bee. Yeah, I like the vignette a lot better on that. Oh, this came out so good. Oh yeah, that was a crop on that one too. These are some of the ones I did last time. I had a lot more selfies of me than I thought. Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Cha-cha real smooth. I'm like, is this a duplicate? It must be. I don't... Oh, yeah, there is like a slight difference. I think. Thank you, Marquis. No, you, Nikki. And that's it. And that's the end. Thank you guys for being here. And I'm like, I honestly, I've never done this with slobs before. Is there a way? Oh, you know what? I can do this. I'm like, this is gonna look real. Here we go. I think. Maybe this will do it. I'm like, you guys are going to be able to see my stream manager. But I want to raid somebody. I don't know who's playing right now. Who should we raid, y'all? It's going to be like Inception right now. Being able to see the back end of my stream manager. Oh, I'm like, can you raid from slobs? Like, I don't know. I'm terrible with pictures. Chords, that's right. Thank you. Yes, let's go say hi to Chords. Give him all of my love. If you have my Liz love emote, please spam him with some love. I would gladly take your picture, Nikki. But I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Thank you for hanging out with me for this kind of impromptu art stream here. I can spell chords. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. It was really good to see you, and thank you for hanging out. But until next time, stay updated in Discord. I'll let you know when I'm on next. But yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Bye, guys. Mwah.